Jamaica?
Yes, I do. In Jamaica.
What drive housing market? What drive a market? Macro, microeconomic. What drove it? What drive it? Because
Supply,
huh?
supply and demand.
Demand. Okay, so what you just said, you're not talking about supply and demand. You're talking about people, rich people or whoever, taking up land and why the poor people can't get houses. Housing markets all over the world right now is very expensive to buy a house. Even if you're earning £100,000 a
Ken,
year now, it's difficult.
I beg you, I beg that you pause. I have to interject because while your point is very valid and it's often the route taken, sometimes we have to use the opportunity because what you're saying is true. We have to use the opportunity to educate people who project themselves to be, but when they come to reason, they will reason as if they're not. Now,
Okay.
it is very appalling that this man is somebody who's out here, trying to direct public opinion or
You're so
influence.
muffly, Travi. You're so muffly. Talking on the mic.
I'm saying it is very unfortunate that
Better,
this is
better.
somebody who projects themselves to be, very educated, but when they come to speak on the facts, they speak as if they aren't. You understand me? Because
Yeah.
the facts is out there, the truth is out there, and it was made public by the government. For somebody who's speaking on these matters publicly, right? You should have some degree of self-respect to be able to speak the truth, because the truth is out there. Now, in the last budget,
What untruth
it
have I
was
spoken now,
made
sir?
clear. In the last budget, sir, me listen to you for a very long time, when people try to interrupt you, I tell them, stop and listen. So be respectful in this regard and just listen, because you need this information. Okay, in the last budget that was read, the government made it clear that the NHT will be delivering thousands of new starter homes for low to middle income people. And these starter homes start at 9 million, not the 20 odd million that you declare that that's the only thing available. You declare that it is 20 million and upward, nothing else isn't available, and the government aren't putting anything in. That is absolute rubbish. In the second city, hundreds of houses are being made available specifically to BPO and tourism workers. Starter homes that start at 9 million. You mentioned 20 million, one bedroom. How is it that somebody with such a platform, right? And somebody who projects themselves to be way up above the average speak like this? When the information is there and available, you purposely ignore it and operate as if you have an agenda. And it doesn't matter what's before the people, your agenda is what you're pursuing. If people talk to you like that and treat you like that, is because of what you're saying. It is absolute rubbish. The government named parish by parish the hundreds of houses that they're bringing to the housing market that will target low to middle income people, and they gave a figure. They're capped at 9 million. So how is it that you're able to make this pronouncement that the government is not making houses available, and piracy are going on the market, and the market is high, as if this isn't happening anywhere, and Jamaica is like, whoa, is an alien to the rest of the world because Jamaica is the only place housing market is expensive? Absolute rubbish. And you need to be honest. Save some face here, brother. Save some face, because remember, not everybody are idiot, and there are sensible people out here who's now looking at you in that regard.
Philippians, explain the rent about. Explain,
Junior, remember, say I'm the only opposition over here, so you have to give me a chance to talk, So when Xavier talk about, say, a starter home start at $9 million, $9 million for a starter home, how is a low income earner of Jamaica by himself going to afford a $9 million house? How is a low income earner, sir? How is a low income earner going to qualify for the maximum $7.5 million from NHT plus save $1.5 million for pay the difference.
A joint mortgage, and just like how you have 2 jobs, other people can get 2 jobs as well.
Miss, talk for yourself. The average person cannot.
Hold on, Philip. The government did say, the government did use, for example, where if you are earned, say, 50,000 for the month, 10,000 can go towards paying the mortgage. You can use 25 or 30 years to pay off the mortgage. You don't have to use that because of only 9 million. If you, as you work and advance yourself in a life and save, you can start paying on your thing and pay off your thing. You can sell it back later on and upgrade if you want. It's simple as that.
Philippians, explain the rent to buy, please, ma'am.
Yeah, go ahead, Philip.
Philippians.
No, you might forgot it himself because of him idea. You know, in the book.
No. Rent to buy is available. You know, my point is this.
Yeah, rent to it's available.
We can't run behind.
It was not available. I never said it was not available. That's why you must listen with understanding instead of to listen to rebut.
No,
it is there. You made suggestions.
Your line of
argument. Suggestions.
I am saying
your line of argument is you did not acknowledge that was available.
Yeah. 10,000 people there. If 10,000 people there, I will have 4 mango. Aren't mangoes available?
You're comparing apples to oranges, sir. Don't
Brother, the same
compare apples to
exact.
oranges.
Rent to own is there, but it is not there for the masses, for the people who the masses.
You said it was for everybody.
Who needs it, brother?
You said it wasn't there.
Everybody, but you know what? People don't go on the credible websites to get the information. You know where they go? They go on the mix-up pages and they go on your pages, and you yourself don't have the information.
On this platform, I have been accused on this platform. Yeah.
Homes now gonna be available to every single body. And everybody else can.
It's true, brother. And I'm not saying that it should be available for
and everybody else can still afford 9 million to buy a house. But guess what?
That is true, my brother.
But guess what?
What is the $9 million house? What does the $9 million house look like?
That is your work with people who are
feasible. The truth of the matter is the majority of persons who buy starter homes will never ever be able to add on them because what it is that they can afford is something that is
you know what I get from this is like people are going to stop. People are going to stop. Them only are stop in a one bedroom. It's like there's no room for improvement. You said
Jesus Christ have mercy.
Hold on.
Individualism.
Something. Triple X. Everybody won't be able to afford a $9 million home. But guess what? The government also have a social housing plan for the less fortunate in a society. See? Over the next 5 years, see, they will add more. 500 alone are come this year. Maybe next year as them roll out, we can build another 1,000, another 1,000, another 1,000. If you can afford a house to buy for 9 million, you can get a social housing through the government. There is space for everyone away. See? Everybody now can buy 120 million. Everybody now can buy 115 million. Everybody can go buy 9. But for the people who can't afford 9, they will be able to get a social home from the government. We are building out the social net.
Everybody is going to get an NHT house.
Exactly.
There's also components where you can take the money and buy a piece of land and build on the land. Right? It's not everybody is going to. We need to do those. We need to apply for that loan and buy the piece of land and build on it. Right? And we can't say, oh, we're going stuck in our one room and whatever. We have to upgrade ourselves, go back to school, and we can earn more. The thinking where you're just stuck in a one back, and you just earn this for the rest of your life, and you're going to live in a one room for the rest of your life. It's not going to put you nowhere.
All right,
absolutely.
That is smart thinking.
Philippians, hold on, I hear you. Triple said something before I took that call just now. Hold on, Triple, you said something before I took that call now. Just now, you said that the average Jamaican and people can't afford still can't afford the $9 million.
For what it is.
Hold on, sir. Hold on. You're speaking as if NHT is the only place to obtain a mortgage. What? No, Are you, that is unreal. You know, the NHT are referring people to banks who are giving them full coverage for their mortgage.
Travis, man, I'll cut you. Just
At
say
what
something to you.
percentage?
One second. Travis, just a minute.
Prerequisite for
Travis,
qualification.
Travis, man, I'll cut you. If somebody need me box, take it down. Me come, me basically can listen. Or me
Okay,
can come out
okay,
now.
okay. Good,
Yeah,
good, 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 good.
yeah.
Chica just jump in. Chica gonna make a point that is very important. Chica, take over, guys. Just mute and hold on. Let Chica bring across our point.
All right. Housing, HAJ, NHT, two different agencies. I made this point to Triple the other day, but I didn't get to finish. But anyhow, NHT, HAJ. HAJ is the one that's responsible for affordable housing for Jamaicans. But one of the problems the HAJ faces is that it was bankrupt, and it was bankrupt under the PNP government. So because it's bankrupt, it is unable to function, right? It can't carry out the mandate. I don't remember if you guys saw the video where the Prime Minister was speaking about they built the house to sell them for $11 million and ended up selling the houses for I think it was $4 million, something like that, right? Those are the things that happened that put the company in a bankruptcy, right?
Operation Pride. Operation Pride.
Right. So because of that, no, that the company that it's everything just turn over upon the NHT, and people think that NHT is incompetent or it's not carry out its mandate, etc. Right. The next thing is low income earners do not pay interest rate with NHT. The Prime Minister go in, him revise it, him say people who are work minimum wage pay 0% interest rate. All that I am telling you is out there. People, it is a scale. One time gone, you used to have one flat interest rate across the board. It is no longer like that. The next thing, when you want 100% home coverage, they will refer you to a commercial bank. The commercial bank will cover the cost for you, and the government will in turn pay for the mortgage basically. So it's like them send you to the bank pay for the house, and you get the same interest rate to what you get to NHT, right? These are the things that are happening. There's this girl, a very popular girl on TikTok, just come out and say she get a $35 million mortgage approved by herself. I know people who, when they go, right now, young people, when they go to NHT or NHA, refer them to the banks, they are approved for 13, 14 million Jamaican dollars. We are lacking in information, and that is the problem. The bank is there to do the 100% coverage once you qualify. So this $9 million where you say people can afford, they can afford it. They will get it from the bank. There was another girl who said she spent $100 and something to get her mortgage, her $8.8 million mortgage. It is there. It is happening.
And Triple, we still have the option where if you live on a land for a certain amount of time and it is registered, you can take your time, go and panka and put up a room, put up a bathroom, put up a kitchen, put up a living room.
And there is this next thing too that I must add. The government, when you want to get your land title, the government basically pay 60% of the cost to get your land title.
The attorney fees.
The government is doing that.
Lamp.
Basically, they
name lamp.
name lamp. Yes, they get your land title.
Lamp,
Any struggle you
downtown.
have to get
Road,
it.
Kingston.
It is there. The problem with Jamaica is that the government is having is that we like to tell people, yeah man, a government land, take it. So when the government is ready to do the housing development, people already live on the land and take the land and gone with it. You understand? That is a major problem affecting the government. But I heard the Prime Minister say the other day that they are doing a land search now to identify all the government lands so they can start with a housing program. And that is through the HAJ, because they have done their audits, then put it back in a compliance, and the company now is ready to function. Right? You can do your research and say, no lie me, I tell. It did it.
Triple.
Yes, sir.
I have a quick question for you, ask you, an easy one. We can go through panel.
Go on, man.
Go on.
Yeah.
Triple, for the past 10 years and you have traversed through Jamaica, I want to tell the panel honestly now, right? Because I don't know the stats, so I just want to hear from you straight up. You don't see any development for the past 10 years in the country?
Panel, you can answer me.
Me and you may ask.
But I've been saying that from there that of course
You may know when we never hear, so me ask you no.
yes, I have said that there's many development and there's many things that are in place.
So we are now when I said there is development, I don't want you flip flopping. I want to talk. What is development? Is it we are the market? Give me a minute now. Is the development showing any improvement that the country is going in the right direction? Improvement?
Sir, what are you asking me?
I am asking for the past 10 years, have you traversing through your country?
And I have, what you see, if I have seen development, of course I see development.
So I'm asking you, so yes, of course you've seen development, so is it a better development for the past 10 years?
Yes, there's more development. Of course, there's better development.
Okay, then, all right. Well, that's all that you want here.
The question that you should ask is nobody, I don't think nobody at all in this country can soberly and somebody say, realistically say there's no development in Jamaica.
No,
I have
people say
never
that.
said that.
They do say so.
That's not the question.
PMP say it more than one time.
Development stand. If the development is better than the past 10 years, that's something I ask you.
Brother,
if it is better than the past 10 years.
I have to go, but I will make this. I will make this one last point, and then I'll jump out because I have to go. There is somebody in the comment section that highlighted a point that I should have made as well. Young people. Well, it don't have to be young people, but anybody who is self-employed, you can pay your NHT. If you're overseas, you can jump online, contribute to your NHT, and you can get a mortgage from NHT. If you're self-employed, pay your NHT, you can pay up to 1 year and go up there and say, hey, I paid for 1 year. You need at least 1 year contribution to be able to say, to be able to go to the NHT and get qualified for a mortgage. Go there and say, me pay for 1 year and I think I need a mortgage. If you can identify the place and whatever, they will look at your documentations and say, all right, we can give you this amount of money. So people who are self-employed who think, say, oh, no did it for me, it is there for you. Go pay your NHT, get the information, and you can get a mortgage as well.
Man like self-employed, that will work well for you, my brother.
Also, you can get back
somebody say, no, it's 2 years now.
Your contribution can be
you can pay it up
towards your deposit.
Good morning, info. Everybody have a good day. But then in the comment section, I don't know it already.
Triple.
Well done.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Triple. Go on. We give you a chance to respond. Go ahead.
No. Here I go now. I am not arguing that all of these amenities are not there. I'm not arguing that these amenities are not there.
One question, just
Jesus Christ.
one thing.
Making land. Go ahead, Chipper.
Triple.
That's the only question. You'll get to ask. That's all on, guys.
Triple.
As me I say. I am not saying that all of these amenities are not there. I'm not saying that all of these things to develop these houses are not there. But this is what I am saying. For the persons who are saying that the pricing of housing is high internationally and all over the world. For the persons who do not know, because number one, me as somebody where I am a person where you say knowledge is something I observe. And you say anything I see or anything I have issue with, I look into it and I try to figure out as much about it as I possibly can. So when I talk about it, I can talk about it from an informed perspective. The truth of the matter is, I'm not going to know everything, and there are things that persons are going to know. This is why I have come here and I have this type of discussion, so I can learn. There are things that you guys have said that I did not know. And if I don't know, you ask me, I tell us I don't know, I literally, genuinely don't know. And if you tell me, I hear, and when I'm there, so even though I not comment, but not talk, I have my next phone, right? So I may Google everything when I say to ensure, so when I tell me, is correct. You understand?
Why you find anything what we say?
No, I find one answer, man, for true. I'm not going to tell you say I lie on tell. If I lie on tell me I go say I lie, I would have rebutted and say nothing go so. Zin? No. when it comes to housing and the international market, the reason why housing and the international market is so expensive is because private-owned entities and private-owned companies and firms are buying up real estate all over the entire world. So it's not like one time when it's an individual that buy a house. When individuals are buying houses, housing prices would stay one place. It's the same parrotism when we are talking buccaneerism, we are talking about in the housing market. And this is an international thing. The only way you can combat this, like what some countries like African countries have done and some European countries have done to combat this, is that the government has stepped in and started to create housing option and selling the houses only to individuals themselves and not selling the houses to organization, and put in laws that private owned houses for public domain, for private domain, like private owned houses are unable to sell to corporations. So corporations cannot buy, put laws in place so corporations cannot buy houses. This has caused for some countries for the housing market to level out and to become more affordable for persons that are living within the country. When corporations hold on to the houses, the corporations can buy the houses that are degrading are on the market, and they can purchase it for higher than what an individual can because their cash is readily available and all and something. So when they purchase these houses, they are doing this legally. They are purchasing these houses legally, but this is a cutthroat way of conducting real estate.
All right, Triple, hold on. I understand the point here, because you've been saying this all morning.
No, I'm trying to explain it to them because you are stating. Hold on, sir. The reason I have to over-explain is because you're saying that I am being malicious and that you're saying that I am stating things. Yeah, you're saying that I'm stating things that really and true, like me, I try to have an agenda or whatever. I say I have to over-explain, to break it down in the simplest terms so everybody can understand what the point is I'm trying to make. The point is that I'm trying to make the houses that are being sold for $9 million cost approximately $1.5 million or even less to make. You understand me?
Prove it. Don't come on here and without no facts.
Let me talk now. There's a person on TikTok when named Anti-Foamy. I don't know if you guys have seen the person where she do the foam construction and them something there to create. The houses that are being made for $9 million are made from precast zine, and these houses that are being made for $9 million are made in mass production. They are made like 10s and 20s and 50s and 100s. These houses are made in. The price of you making an individual structure, if you building an individual structure, is going to be at market, at the value of you paying for the labor individually, for material individually, and for the work that is being done of an workmanship individually. So it's going to be higher. If you are making precast, where houses are built off-site and then brought on-site and reasonable, only thing that is built on-site is the foundational slab, and then it is assembled off-site. It is much cheaper to create these type of houses. And then it's like a building block, like a Lego type of construction, where you put you build the
so we in a hurricane belt, So
this is how houses. I saw scheme house making a Jamaica, my boss. Scheme house to make with black and cement and steel and them thing there. And I saw scheme house. Scheme house they make a foundational slab, and the foundational slab have interlocking quadrants at the corner with steel beams, and then them interlock the sides them and put in a thing, and then
Triple. Some are made like that, but not all of them here.
Most are made like that.
No, I wouldn't say most. And believe me, I can tell you, I wouldn't say most. Some are made like that.
The ones for $9
million. Hold on. Triple, you see why I wanted to talk to you or respond to the point that you made with how the housing market is going now and the piracy, as you call it earlier. Because now you have segued into a different point. So if we could have the reasoning point by point basis, that would be great, because I wanted to respond to that part and how companies are operating in the market. I want to ask you, what is the reason for that? On that point, I want to ask you, what is the reason for that?
What is the reason for what?
So much companies coming in, buying up the houses, and not just only buying up houses, but people, companies or private man running the development side where houses are concerned.
Because internationally the pricing of housing is going up, and they are not. Most of these developments that are being created are not being created with the Jamaican market in mind. They are created.
Hold on, man. There's something more to unlock for you. There's something I want to unlock for you, because that answer does not speak to what I'm trying to show you.
Yeah, what you're trying to say?
And I'm just gonna say, I'm not asking any more questions. I'm gonna say,
Somebody said Jamaica may live up to them mad people.
Hold on, man. Jamaica has a booming economy, and that's why companies are willing to put out their money because they know that people are gonna buy these houses. Jamaica booming.
Travis,
Hold on, and even our credit rating has gone up, bro. That's why these things are happening, and you're reasoning in a way as if that no play a part, and it's just government carelessness, and people are coming in and do what they want to do. It is not so.
All right, you are going.
Hold on, man. The private man are coming in and build these high quality, high price, high end homes because the possibility for them being sold is very real.
All right,
if it was not so, if the country's economy was not in a good place, investors would have stayed out.
You can answer a question.
And let me tell you something. You see, what you're seeing and complaining about now is going to go on to a bigger level because the economy is ripe and ready to pick. There are other industries that the foreign man is coming into right now as we speak. No matter of fact, where electricity and power is concerned, the people must have wait and a hope for the gate fly. Because of the state of our economy right now. And you have to take that into consideration. You have to take that in consideration.
I'm not taking all of that into consideration. No. We are talking about one issue, and you go over you are going on one next issue.
Triple,
yes.
When you speak of something, when you say corporations are buying up posts.
That's what I'm speaking to.
I think what him a mistake or no, he must say something different. There's a difference between corporation building houses, private corporation building houses and selling, and private corporation buying up house. In America, there's an industry where you have companies that sole job is to buy house and then rent them out. We don't have that in Jamaica.
We do not
have corporations in Jamaica buying up private houses for sale. What we have is corporate businesses building house like Wiccan and those people building house for sale. It's totally different than what you are speaking of. What you're
talking about, I don't have that in Jamaica. You live in Jamaica?
Tell me one company in Jamaica
Sir, there are
that buy houses to rent out to people.
Sir, there are private corporations in Vineyard Town that are buying houses in Vineyard Town and Rallington Town and buying like properties adjacent and creating apartment complexes on them. If you look in Vineyard Town right now, you have about 8 apartment complexes that are recently made that they buy 2 or 3 social and normal family dwellings and group the land, group 2 plots and create apartments on them and selling. This is
no, Triplex. I think you're misunderstanding what you're seeing there, sir.
I misunderstand what I am saying.
Yes. When you see stuff like that, Triplex, it's not say a private corporation buy it. Most of those are basically individual development that they own the land and they go to a corporation to fund the project.
Sir. The other day, I tell you my personal experience. The other day, I identify a property figure buy. Zane? The person had the property up, and the property was up for $14.3 million.
What area? You say a millionaire. You say you're a millionaire.
Excuse me?
What area?
You say you're a millionaire.
Vineyard Town. Yeah. Anyways, Vineyard Town. Zane, everything I deal in our area, we are trying to sort out and thing, and a group of persons, anonymous buyers, came and purchased the same place that me want to buy for me in a negotiation for 14.8 million for $21 million come buy the property.
Yeah, because
an adjacent property to it.
A group of businessmen see an opportunity for to make a profit. They will go at it.
All right.
So, that's what real estate go. You were outbid.
Sir.
If me and you are friend like that, and we see an investment opportunity, and we say, hey, you put in such and me put in such, rather than me taking on the risk by myself. It is a very good idea, especially
I am not saying, sir, let me tell you something. They say once something is not illegal, I am in a loophole. Sir, listen, man, and as me say, things like that only benefit the person who already have it already. You understand me, I say?
Triple. I'm triple. You know
why? Because of that.
Hold on. Triple, what is the solution? I want to ask you a question. What is the solution to that problem that you're talking about?
All these buildings that are being built All of these buildings are built. The only thing that these apartments are not being built. They're not even using for these apartments that are built are not even used for dwellings. Are not being sold to Jamaicans. The majority of Jamaicans are not able to afford them, and they are not being able. Are not going to be able to live these apartments.
So what you want the government to do?
What I want the government to do, I would like for the government to do is to create housing solutions that is close to the cost of the construction to deter these persons from doing that, because it's the supply and demand that is causing this. Because housing solutions are in such high demand, these persons are able to price gouge on these developments.
So what does supply and demand does to the cost of goods and services like land and steel and board?
It make the price go up, winner. It make the price go up.
It make the price go up.
But the government has been doing that.
The triple attack are rubbish.
No, I'm not talk rubbish.
Supply and demand.
Junior, hold on, Junior.
Supply and demand, winner, make the price go up. Make the price go up. Supply and demand make prices go up. If something in a demand, you're not going to get competition. Here's
what me think, Chiprat.
The individualism. This me talk about the individualism.
Here's what me think, Chiprat. I say. All right. Look, recently there's a scheme built up over Portmore right off of the I-95. Over Portmore right on the I-95. So when me investigate, I think one of those units are being sold for like $35 million. The government is also building some houses right off Berners Ladder that are being sold for $8 or $9 million. So triple, the government is trying to balance the market with freedom development. So it's not like the government sitting and doing nothing. The government has said, make me bill for lower income persons. But you have to be reminded that the doctors and the lawyers also need a house too.
So
the lawyers are not buying these houses to live in, sir. All of these houses that are being bought as investment properties, and they are bare white elephants that have been put for.
Not illegal. People can buy these investment properties.
I am not saying that it is illegal.
Travi, hold on, triple. You know, so you can get up to $65 million. You can couple of your friend them for to start your own housing development. You didn't know that?
No, I never know that.
All right. So you can start your own.
Funding coming try to do that while they out of St. Thomas, but the land, they don't want somebody else
No, you can't do it for true.
Yeah, your friend them can go start a housing development over 65 million.
At the same thing when I talk about the pod development. By the
so you're not telling people them about that to triple?
Of course, me tell people them about that for my life. Them I want to know. Me said, so I'm go through me. I'll bring on people from NHT for my life. Them and them talk about all the way you talk about in the NHT program. Them even the one where you can get where low income earners get $4 million grant and all them something that we don't have to pay back and you only pay back. You get the 3.5. You pay the 3.5 people. Me talk about all them something for my life. Hold on. The thing about una only look on it, you say, only see the thing them go viral. Me telling you some partisan, you know. But una feel like my partisan because when me talk, I said some bash PMP for them do, them something go viral.
We never say that yet.
No, but my interest is uplifting people. My interest is for you to uplift the youths, them especially. And no one you get somebody from Heart to come on your platform.
I have brought persons on Heart on my program. I'm talk about the programs them and all them something. I do all them something from my own personal life. You understand me? Some do all of them something. Because people from different job fairs and them something. I'm gonna charge people for them something. But as you said, if the things them go viral, I cannot control what go viral.
I have a question for everybody in our panel.
You understand?
Everybody in our panel now, everybody tell me what percentage of Jamaica population own its own home. Anybody can give me a ballpark figure?
Own what?
What percentage of Jamaicans own their own homes?
Even land for
I don't have the answer.
Anybody else?
I think that's 70%.
A wide guess for me.
70%.
72.8% of Jamaicans own their own home. 72.8%.
So me right,
That's
me
high.
nearly right then. Me say
Own
70.
its own home.
Me say 70.
We do have a housing problem, and we do because our population are grow. We do need to build it.
Here the problem. Here the problem. We have a housing problem in the corporate area.
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
everybody have
And
the
a
need to
land
run
problem,
to Kingston and St. Andrew and St. Catherine.
Exactly, Chuck.
That is where the problem is, you know. That is why, you know, Triple, you will notice the government that try build out the road network so that everybody not have to run.
How much
makes
is it?
travel more convenience.
What
So,
point
hold on, me just see the survey. The survey from 2010, so it probably
Outdated.
outdated. So it could be less, it could be more. I don't know.
But remember, so population are growth too, you know.
Yeah, but if
I
it's
have to remember say my survey they come. I look on the same survey and it says family units. So when I talk about, you know, talk about people who live in a housing, the survey is skewed to. It's skewed because it has a family units.
That's why we said it might be outdated.
individuals.
We said
But me feel like say you living in your own family. That is not a bad thing.
Okay, so our next survey, let me see. This is from 2020. It says the majority of Jamaican households live in their own home, 60.5%, and this was 2020. And the
We
previous
like to use America as a mark, or as a marker for how the rest of us would live. Can the average American afford a home in the United States?
No, they can't. And because of similar, and not because the reason why hold on, my boss. The reason why at the same thing when I talk about like I said no.
Hold on. I'm gonna ask another question. What is the average price of owning a home in the United States?
$500,000 US.
It depends on the state.
Anywhere from 250,000 USD all the way up to $1 million.
And I get to that Brooklyn and them
When you
place, they
do the
get to that.
conversion in a Jamaican, let's do the local conversion.
You
I
can
remember
get
saying what
housing
them
complex
houses
in
that they make
Jamaica.
Jamaica the board.
We're full of rat. And New York full of rat.
So I'm saying that almost all countries across the world, when you take it, because of how the economy is, and most economy tend towards capitalism, right? And nobody can really show me one country where true socialism works. If it does, the people them are taxed heavily. They still have inequality within socialism.
If you want 280, 299,000, 300,000 pounds, you can't buy no house in England.
All right. As me say, my boss, the reason why the housing market in America has skyrocketed so is because of the same private entities and private corporations buying out houses and them something. Right now, in some states, they have made it illegal for companies to do that. Even Airbnb. That's yesterday. The governor a New York State I try to make Airbnb. The mayor of Manhattan. Them people come together and try to make housing it illegal for them to perform, to conduct Airbnb. I forget new Airbnbs because them have outpriced the market for persons that and have forced the whole short. Like it have put a negative scoop on how the housing market stay. Because right around the world, it's not something we're indigenous to Jamaica alone, and something worldwide, brother. You say anything with the same thing we say, people mold the economy of Jamaica are model of an international market, and them try to big it up, and replicate it in Jamaica. That is what's happening in Jamaica. That is causing the boom in the prices, the growth, the expansion, rapid expansion of price in the housing market in Jamaica.
So at one point in time, you know what is going to happen though? This it's not sustainable. You know that, right?
It's not sustainable. The same thing happened in China.
It's going to cause a bubble in the market. Those same houses that they are selling for $20 and $30 million, going to value $15 million at some point in time, because they're going to have a lot of apartments sitting with nobody actually.
If you go to New Kingston right now, a big white elephant there in New Kingston. The one of them apartment complex are around Affordability side, around near South Avenue, Lady Musgrave Road. All of them places they are big. If you go there at any point in the day, we go there, you have some big elephant 80 apartment complex, 200 other apartment complex, and go in there and have 2 car alone in the entire garage.
You know what I would encourage? You know what I would encourage Jamaicans to do? Because I was looking for property to start. Well, just buy a house. I'm not gonna do that because the interest rate, but the DOJ has a fixed up 7 or 7.5%. It's too high to appease me to go to the market and say, oh, hey, JMB, no want $30 million to go buy one house. It don't make no sense. I am sitting and I'm waiting and buying my time until reduction of interest rate starts. When that happens, the cost of goods and services within Jamaica and also house prices will also plummet with it as well.
That is going to happen soon because a lot of the persons because what they were doing with a lot of these complexes that they were making, them, I make the complex them and them are advertised to persons in Canada, England, and America for them to buy these properties as investment properties for Airbnb and them something and then pitch them say, okay, the house can sustain itself if the house rent. If the Airbnb rent out for 12 days for the month, it can pay the mortgage, or 20 days for the month, it can pay the mortgage. And what happens is right now, there's a huge influx of Airbnbs in Kingston right now. Once upon a time, Airbnb in Kingston, on average, would have been like $150 a night, $160 a night. Now, especially all the time, I get them priced for Airbnb around like Independence holiday, or Christmas holiday, or Easter.
Morning, everybody. Morning, everybody.
Zins, so what right now, like the average price I look on for Airbnb are some bossy complex. You all see at Airbnb are $35 a night, $45 a night. You understand? And when you look on the people them operate at a loss, at a deficit, but them does a try for those interest them get back something. So people with the America with mortgages in Jamaica to buy these services, if you use for them salary, for offset the prices of these mortgages that them have out here, and they must struggle to pay them. So a lot of these houses are going into foreclosure.
There are certain costs that comes with persons trying to live within or close to the capital. Those are things that Kingston alone. Those are amenities that you're gonna have to pay for. And I'm saying that individuals need to start planning them life for the next 10, 15, 20 years. Look at the Vision 30 plan that Jamaica has, where we want to be with our road network, where we want to be with our hospital, where we want to be with our schools, where we want to do community upliftment and building. And surround the life there. Look at St. Thomas. St. Thomas, for the future, is going to be very bright, right?
But you can't afford on a St. Thomas again, brother. You can't afford on a St. Thomas again, brother. May I tell you?
Is that a bad thing or a good thing?
The thing may I tell you? And the price for land at St. Thomas.
I have a question for Triple quick.
Sorry, and people, that is the thing, you know. You see, poor people are people let me not use the word. People who consider themselves to be poor are always thinking poor. They lack vision, brethren.
Okay.
Right? Because if a lot of persons were looking at the plans that the government had going forward, with plans to develop Jamaica, you and I would have gone over St. Thomas and grab some property. And I'm
the highway comes.
Have the money.
All right, guys. Info say I have a question. Info, come through the question here.
Triple, being that lot of artists and entertainers usual bash police for extrajudicial killing, police now do the right thing and the government now spend on the force and a lot of things. Police are come on crime scene late. Compare the police of the past from 2016 to the police presence now.
There's better police presence now. May I tell you the truth? Better police presence now. But the truth of the matter is, I believe, I'm not want to come attack me. I believe that the authority of the police has diminished. You understand? Or the respect for the police, for the JSF, and the JSF can attest to this too. Anybody here from the JSS and the JDF can attest to this. The respect level that the country had, or the esteem that the country had held, because I say anything we see enough, it lose it allure. You understand? Like even the Zozo and state of emergency and them something, them things they lose it allure. When them things they used to drop in a once upon a time, it used to have a great effect where man used to drop them sacks and people never. Right now, the way the things
No. You have to stop it right there. You have to stop it right there. You see, we have a social problem. We don't have a police and respect problem. We have a
it is not a police problem. I'm not saying it's the police is the problem, sir. I am just saying it's the social. It's the people. Them. It's the people. I am not blaming the police for that. I am not blaming the police for that, sir.
And tell me how did Zozo and this special zone of operation become ineffective because you have police present? I don't understand. Because murder has been trending down.
I am not
since they started implementing the special zones operation and the Zozo within these communities.
All right,
we have had the great Montego Bay.
Hold on, guys. Triple, Hold on, guys. Triple, you're unbelievable. You know, I swear to God, you are unbelievable. The man said the allure of the police.
I truth, brother. I'm going to tell you the truth, brother. I truth. The allure of the police gone for truth, brother. I'm going to tell you the truth.
Their purpose, Triple, that is not their purpose. Do not highlight that because that is not their purpose. They don't come to
work. Now ask you a question. What is this discussion for? Is this discussion only to talk one-sided, brother? Is not this discussion to be to just talk everything across the board? Why is it that we only like to talk? It's like we try to create this fantasy when everything is just talk. I am not blaming the police. I am not cussing the police.
Hold on. Maybe I am not blaming the police either, Triple. I'm not blaming the police. No. Hold on, Triple.
Go on.
I'm saying you're highlighting this argument and trying to make it something where you shouldn't even be thinking that the police is not there for allure, they're not there for glitz and glamour, right? They are. Hold on, man. The numbers speaks to the effectiveness and change in police presence, as you have agreed to just now. Let's deal with the numbers because the numbers don't lie. All right?
All right, sir.
Every single major crime is trending down. Even police brutality and extrajudicial killings are down.
I think this is just because the only factor is just because of increased police presence.
It's not, but hold on, hear me now, Triple. You see, you look on it as only increased police presence. That's not the only thing that has been changed in the
But I'm not that alone, brother.
Hold on, give me a Triple. Me side with you. Triple, I'm siding with you.
I understand that, but hold on.
Police presence is not the only thing that have led to that.
Hold on, sir.
Administration that has introduced these extra things that you're mentioning.
Something, sir. I can say something, sir. You know that crime all the entire world is trending down, right?
This is not a monologue. We are having a discussion. You have to give other persons a chance to speak. Because when we come here, basically 90% of you me are here.
Because everybody talk a point.
Crime now,
Triple, let me interject because I heard Triple about my answer. Triple, I think you skirt around the answer because I'm looking for a direct answer. Because let me say it again. Well, let me say it again to you. And you want to listen to me keenly. Are you comfortable with the police force of now because of the past in 2016? It is very critical to listen to the question, you know. You, the entertainers, citizens of this country, quarrel with police for extrajudicial killing, a right-hand crime scene late, overtack, bullyism, and don't have any vehicle. Are you comfortable with this type of policing now based on the resources that they have now?
Yes, I am comfortable. 80%. Because there are still go for further effort.
Info of mute, yeah.
All right. As I say, brother, the policing of today, I see where they have come big up all the commissioner of police regular. You understand for what he's doing. You understand? There's a lot of things that have been implemented that make it better. As I say, the only thing that will go viral from over my side, I anytime me a critique. And not my fault that. You can't blame me for that. Because I am the type of person where me are the person who said so I'm pick out good, I'm talk about good, I'm talk about bad. It's not my fault say negative news travel faster than positive news. It's not my fault that. You understand? But I have to be I have to talk from a unbiased and a level playing field. I have to pick out good, bad, and indifferent and talk about. Me can't talk about.
Me not cut you boss, but me have a follow-up question. You travel the Caribbean. I guess you go to Trinidad because they have entertainment place with entertainment. I guess you go to Barbados. How much of them you travel? Give me an estimate. Give me an estimate. How much of them you travel?
A lot of them.
All right, let me set up. You do a lot of school tours as well, right?
Yeah.
You do a lot of school tour in the past, and you do a lot of school tour now. When you go to the school, now, especially in a time like 2014, 2023, 2024, what's the difference you see in the school parking lot than back then?
There are
More what?
more motor vehicles there.
Good.
But in a 2010, there were less smartphones than 2024. So that's not same, brother. A car is just a modern necessity now because motor vehicles are more attainable.
Yeah, but you need money to buy. So we didn't get the money.
Yeah, but we not say nobody now make no money, brother. It just I know it's more of an alright. It's like our flat screen TV. A flat screen TV was an amenity that was unattainable for some people at one point in time. Now every house have at least 2-3 flat screen TV.
How that come into it? You have to have money. You have to have money to spend money in people.
Globalization, brother.
Hold on. Give me a second. In order for you to attain these amenities, a couple of things have to happen. One, the government go hand your money in your hand and say, yo, buy your flat screen TV. We know say that no happen. That not enough sense. Two, because of your standard of living has increased and you have getting better pay, you are able to afford these amenities. And three, the economy around you have moved from one state to the next. So it's moved from a worse off to a better state, where it makes the average man able to attain all of these amenities that were once out of reach.
So,
which one of these is actually allowed? The
One again.
So the economic environment around you has increased or has gotten better. Therefore, it allows you to be exposed to more cash reserve in order for you to attain the flat screen. Or two, the government came along and put some money in your pocket and say, yo, go and go buy your flat screen TV.
Or three, them could have come with the flat screen and give one.
Exactly.
Third, those are not the only options.
So what are the other options?
The other option is that industrialization has caused TVs and motor vehicles to be more cost efficient to the standard of living on a global plane. That's what it is.
How your standard of living?
Hold on, sir. It come like in the 70s when people used to, or in the 60s, 50s when a man used to sleep on a Wackland bed, and then Sealy Posturepedic used to be only for rich people. But people used to work, like the average working person couldn't afford a Sealy Posturepedic. You understand? No, the average person can sleep on a Posturepedic bed right now because Posturepedic has become more affordable because of technological advancement and something.
So you get a price decrease. Hold on,
sir, because we have a talk on a global scale now. You see, the price, make we say, that TV, the TV when I look on my house right now, I look on my living room right now, is a 75-inch TV. Zin, a 75-inch TV, I purchase it for 110,000, 115,000 probably on jewelers. You understand what I say? When the first type of plasma screen TV then did come out, them was like from courts, them was like 30,000. Zin, with inflation and everything, and only like the persons in the upper echelons could afford a 30 or 40-inch plasma screen TV back in them time because of the price, but it was still only like 80.
How you stay where they are reach up with them if you can afford them TV? Yeah, that we are sitting.
Hold on, that are my individualism, but I can't expect everybody. Not because me do it, that means everybody can do it, brother.
No. But you are do it. You are do it, right?
Yeah, me I do it, but not because me I do it. Not because me I do it.
Hold on, man.
We empathize with those.
We are talk. And I'm saying that because you are saying doesn't mean
you're not allowing me to land the point. The point I'm trying to make is this, brother. The price of the TV now, of the 30-inch TV back then, when you compare it, what you would have paid for the 30-inch TV back then, are basically the price for the 80-inch or the 90-inch TV now. You understand me I say? Because even though I did 30,000, I want to 200,000, 30,000 then, and 200 now because of inflation and because of how the accessibility of things rate, the price, the 30,000 is from the early 2000 is comparable to the 200,000 of 2024.
No. So Triple, if you follow your reasoning is simple saying, all right, so whereby people getting more cars is concerned, it's simple that technology make cars more available. Whereby the houses is concerned is because they probably the government not doing its part.
No, whereby the housing is concerned is outside agents acting on, all right. Motor vehicles are more affordable and housing. It is easier to get a motor vehicle in Jamaica. It is easier to get a motor vehicle in Jamaica than it is.
You have it right the first time, you know. You have it right the first time. It is easier to get a motor vehicle loan than a house loan.
All right, yeah.
And these are the problems we must speak of. Why is it easier to get a loan to buy a car than to buy a house?
Because it is easy. Because the lifespan of a car loan is less.
It's shorter than that of a house loan, so you can't get
the interest rate of a car loan is higher than the interest rate of a house loan.
Right. Not to divert. Hold on, guys. Not to divert from where we are saying. But let me ask the whole panel. Anybody on the panel have been to Portland lately?
Yep.
Me.
There's a young lady saying, Lord God, Philippian Black Card. There's a young lady in the comment section saying, no one go to Portland. And government now.
Not going to Portland?
So I want to know if you answer that. But she gone anyway. So
not going to Portland?
Well, me understand that the young lady and hold on the Philippian. Me understand the young lady. Hold on, me understand the young lady. Hold on. Me understand the young lady. Maybe
look overseas and she has said
stop me. Me no want to lose the point where we are trying to make, because we don't make Triple make a statement and it's still not rectify it on the Ghana Portland.
All right. What is the statement?
There's an important marker that we tend to be missed when we are saying all of these things, because we have to look at the GDP per capita when we talk about people being able to afford things. And if you have an economic upturn, it means that more money will go into the pockets of individuals. If Jamaica GDP is growing, if our debt is being reduced, Triple, if people are getting more, the largest salary increase in the history of Jamaica has been given to the public sector, you must find that people are able to afford the amenities that exist in society. We cannot take that away from the achievements that we have had so far. In 2016, our GDP per capita was hovering about 4,800 USD. And now we are at almost 7,000.
All right, my boss.
So we are growing. Can't rob the government or rob the people of Jamaica.
I'm going to concede here right now because I have to come go get at least an hour sleep. Zane come over event at 11. Well, I have to leave me out by 11. So, big up on yourself. Thank you for the respectful discussion. You understand? This is where I take my leave. Enjoy the rest of the day here. Big up on yourself.
Yeah, I remember.
And don't be a stranger. Yeah, and don't be a stranger.
Encourage them and
hold on, guys. Triple, before you go.
You need to follow my page. I'm live. So when I go live, you can see the different type of live that I go.
All right, Triple, let me ask you one question before you go. Final question. Do you believe that Vybz Kartel is an influence to the youth of Jamaica?
Is a huge negative influence to the youth of Jamaica, but go on.
Well,
come again.
Would say negative, because it would impact some people positive.
Impact some positive, but I think there is more negative than positive.
It never impact me negative. I listen to your music, but
okay, well, I just that me did want to say, because people come to take me on this morning.
But I know that
he holds some kind of social responsibility, you know.
Yeah, of course, remember, all of them have social responsibility. I have done things, as Uno said, that has been negative, and I do some of the things that I've taken out of context, because if you only listen to a 5-minute clip out of a live, or a 10-minute clip out of a live that was 3 hours long, and you don't get the context behind the conversation, it will obviously seem like Syrian people are gonna get the conception say, oh, I'm a paid political actor. I remember the last time I got media awards, of a media luncheon, media dinner sitting with I was approached by the Prime Minister and said, oh, you really come for true, like more here, and come to me. And I was like, okay. I mean, let's say, shake the man and respectfully take picture of the man and thing like that. And say, oh, I think you wouldn't come because And I was like, I don't have no political leaning on them something. Me get an invitation, me go come. You understand me? I say, I'm the type of person when whichever the political party is, me go talk. And as me say, even though I personally feel like some of the things that the People's National Party, some of the mantra with them go by, I am leaning some of them social interventions here to them fit them side more. I'm not saying I will never, and I have never said that the Jamaican Labour Party doesn't do anything for this country. But anyway,
with that said,
big up yourself. Look a bit.
2 more seconds, people. With that said, you have obviously stated that the government is doing some good work, and do you see an alternative to the quality and level of governance that Jamaica have right now?
Well, I can't really say yes, and I can't really say no in that.
But me hear you said no already on radio station.
Listen up.
Let go triple. Philippines, let it go triple.
On the radio station, but they are.
Let him go. Let him go, Philippines.
To the other one, me not see as viable, something like that.
I did say that was before certain things happened. That was when I think when the thing said the man never really have no fight in him, because whoever go run Jamaica have a little fight in them. But you see,
Triple, that one was a tough one. That one was a tough one, but have a good day, sir. Thanks. Go. One next day again.
You need to let go of Prime Minister, man. Let go.